Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Ingraham. This is the Ingraham Angle. Thank you, as always, for joining us. As the resistance sputters, that's the focus of tonight's angle. All right, quick, someone, please do a welfare check on AOC.
They're going to go after legal status. They're going to go after people who are presently documented. They're going to try to make them undocumented and deport them too. They're going after people who are documented, period. They're going after immigrants.
Poor dear. Bless her heart. Perhaps we can get a GoFundMe, I don't know, to help her get through, endure the first 100 days of Trump. Because who knew that preserving American sovereignty, enforcing the border, and ending the abuse of humanitarian parole could drive people so mad? Now, desperate to gain some traction, any traction against Trump, the left is falling back into an old, unhealthy pattern and creaky talking points.
This idea of mass deportations, of ICE agents sweeping through communities, through churches and schools, and taking people who might be here legally, separating families, that's not going to help. And what's not going to help, it's not going to help reduce food prices. It's not going to help increase national security.
Now they're worried about food prices, the Democrats? Where were they the last 4 years? Now, of course, in the age of Trump 2.0, the media are trying to find their footing. And now it's fear-mongering about whether Trump will arrest priests and nuns.
There's a lot of Catholic churches, there's a lot of evangelical churches that are assisting and helping people who are illegal immigrants around the country. And the question is, does the federal government go in there and try to force those? And are you going to arrest priests and nuns for simply doing what the Bible tells them that they should be doing?
Whoa. I mean, Evan's a pretty good reporter, I think. But did he say, express outrage about for them doing what the Bible tells them to do, priests and nuns? Well, does he mean like when pro-life protesters are arrested and thrown in jail for praying outside an abortion clinic, the right to life, sacred in the Bible? Well, where was CNN's concern then? Look, the bottom line is, other than John Fetterman, few in the Democrat Party and almost no one in the Trump-hating media seem to have learned anything after November 5th. Americans do not and have never supported open borders. They have never supported millions of migrants milking the system and making fake asylum claims. And after Biden's border catastrophe, Americans moved even further to the right on the issue. Now, according to this new Ipsos survey, 66% of Americans support deporting illegal aliens. Now, there's less consensus on the methods as to how to deport them, but the general view is still overwhelmingly supportive of deportation. Thus, all the resistance is left with are feeble attempts to frighten you into believing that your views are hateful and wrong. But Trump's team, they're impervious to this. Now, one of its executive orders may trigger federal investigations of sanctuary jurisdictions, including Denver, Colorado.
When he lifts prohibitions on being able to conduct ICE raids at schools or hospitals or churches, we assume he's doing that for a reason. So we'll challenge it in court, and we'll try to get injunctions to stop those practices. We think there are plenty of reasonable, common sense ways to go about enforcing the removal of violent criminals, and we can support and collaborate on that.
Okay. Oh, thank you. You're helping us with the violent criminals now? Well, of course, these blue state mayors have helped fuel the migrant gang activity by continuing with their sanctuary madness in the first place. 42,000 illegals arrived in Denver just in 2023. Now, many of whom were then moved into motels in nearby Aurora. Remember all that video of all the gang activity there? So naturally, the gangs and the crime exploded. Thanks, Mayor Johnston. We appreciate that. And Tren de Aragua appreciates you as well. Now, voters in Colorado and other Democrat states, you're going to have to decide who's really looking out for you. The pro-illegal immigrant Democrat leaders that you've elected or President Trump? Because right now, Political leaders in Colorado and Illinois, California, Massachusetts, and across the country are trying to make the poor migrant worker and honor roll migrant student, they're always honor roll students, the faces of the new resistance. As a matter of political common sense, I think it's absolutely idiotic. Now talk about not knowing how to read the room after this election. Meanwhile, in the SoCal town of Huntington Beach, the local government there just voted unanimously, this is good, not to be a sanctuary city.
The message is Huntington Beach comes first. Our primary function is to keep this city safe, and if it's to assist ICE in effecting what their job is, we should be able to assist in any way possible.
Now that's Surfing USA. That's what I'm talking about. And this isn't the only evidence of, I think, his comments about we can't do this, to the fact that the other side is just not getting it. They are flailing in the resistance. Now, we all know that Elon Musk is excited about the Trump agenda and that he's prone to sudden, wild gesticulation. It's kind of funny. And that is what the grasping, gasping resistance grabs onto.
This looks very much like a Nazi salute, no matter how they're trying to clean it up.
He should be condemned for those kinds of actions. So gross, disgusting.
Over and over last night, white supremacist groups and neo-Nazi groups in this country rallied around that visual. Does it concern you that those elements of the neo-Nazi and white supremacist element in the United States believe that what they saw last night was a neo-Nazi salute?
What concerns me is these are the questions you believe are most important to ask to the UN ambassador.
Yeah, it is desperate. Desperate from Senator Murphy, and good for Elise Stefanik. It's really just another sign that we've won and they're out of ideas. And that includes the Euro elites at Davos.
Tonight we saw Elon Musk raising his hand at the festivities when the new president was inaugurated. What is your comment to that?
We have the freedom of speech in Europe and in Germany. Everyone can say what he wants, even if he is a billionaire. And what we do not accept is if this is supporting extreme right positions.
Well, look, Davos, what are you going to expect about? Look at what Germany has done to its country, reeling from migrant crime. It's a mess. And as far as Elon Musk is concerned, I'd say welcome to the club, because they did the same to me years ago. Of course, none of them really know what the Nazi Party is or was. It was the National Socialist Party. And that they were certainly not rabid defenders of free speech like we are. And they apparently are fine with their friends who make similar gestures. No problem at all. So transparent and so desperate. But Trump's victory has driven them all bonkers. One Danish politician is spitting mad.
Dear President Trump, listen very carefully. Greenland has been part of the Danish kingdom for 800 years. It's an integrated part of our country. It is not for sale. Let me put it in words you might understand. Mr. Trump, off.
At Trump. Oh, here and around the world, the globalist resistance is struggling for oxygen, and apparently him for clicks. So will they resurrect their power base? It's a big power base, still not deflated, totally defeated. Well, so far it's not looking good. And certainly they won't resurrect their old preeminence if Trump and common sense Americans keep doing what's right. And that is The Angle.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.